Even if his debut wasn't botched to a comical degree, this character would likely have wound up on our countdown anyway, with his long, puffy vest coat thing and bedazzled stormtrooper helmet and badly dubbed promos. All I have to say is the number 3 most crappy gimmick, voted by you, the fans, is probably not going to shock the world because it's none other than the Shockmaster. And it sucked balls.
That is great shit. That is so bad it's good.
Does that even count?
You don't know who I am.
What's with the fur? What's with the fur? Where do you wear sparkles and fur? I mean, what club? Woody's? Hey fellas, I'm the Shockmaster. I'm wearing a sparkly helmet and fur. And I got jeans on.
There's a few matches you can see online. I had a one-piece outfit and a hood that was wearing on the, more or less, like a comic book type character to begin with,
As Tim Gunn from Project Runway would say, that's unfortunate. Yes, I watched Project Runway. Don't you judge me.
Like Vader, that's Luke Skywalker. That's the Luke Skywalker helmet. And they just put some glitter on it.
Well, they had the stormtrooper mask, right? Like that they bought right off the shelf.
Well, it looks like a Halloween costume to me, actually, and a pretty damn good one. I would think I would like to dress up like that whenever you're watching this on Halloween. The mask was very unusual.
That's a fucking Star Wars helmet. How did they not expect to at least get fucking sued by George Lucas for that's a stormtrooper helmet? Am I fucking wrong?
That is every Star Wars fan's worst wet dream. Like if a Star Wars fan was supposed to have like a wet dream about Princess Leia, and then they made the left instead of the right in the wet dream, they end up with the Shockmaster.
No, you look at that picture right there. That's supposed to strike fear into the hearts of men.
I don't know, bro. I think maybe he was supposed to be Darth Vader before his time. I mean, I have no idea. I mean, again, you talk about Vince Russo's booking, talk about David Arquette till the cows come home. David Arquette didn't trip over his feet on his way to winning the WCW title.
And Sting with his great promo. This guy will shock you because he is the Shockmaster. I'm like, how coked up was that crew right then when that was happening? Oh my God.
There's no rhyme or reason. And Ole Anderson doing I'm the Shockmaster. I'm in a closet with a cup and a mic and
the most ridiculed man in professional wrestling. Yes, I even have my own award now.
I loved his entrance, though. One of my favorite entrances of all time, when he just falls through a wall. His opponents, like Sid Vicious, trying to look very intimidated by this, but I probably would have stood there and go like, hey, Halloween shop or dollar shop? Where do I get that?
If you were to put this on your head, when they did this mask originally, the flake, this is the original deal here, the flake on the outside, okay, is obviously loose. You see how the holes are drilled here, all right? Well, there was a problem with the flake coming through. So how do we keep that from falling in Fred's eyes? There's very little vision just like this, okay? So what we'll do is, they had Jenny Ingalls, who was the secretary at the time in the office. They took her pantyhose off, cut the tan pantyhose, and glued them over the inside of this also.
Yeah, because he has a sleeping disorder.
He didn't mention that just now.
What, that was him?
He said he couldn't see.
Oh, bullshit. I'm sorry. No. He had a sleep. You didn't even know that. When I was sitting over there, that was him. That man just walked out of here. He had a sleeping disorder on WCW, and he had his arms crossed, and he fell asleep and fell through the wall. He didn't tell y'all that.
They should have shot him before he come through the wall. That was brutal. Well, that's got to be one of the worst. If it gets any worse than that,
He walked through the door and the helmet fell. Why didn't they attack him? His helmet fell the fuck off. I mean, you're doing live and shit, you know what I mean? But wow, that probably's Kevin Sullivan too. You know, Kevin comes up with all that. I mean, you know, the characters that he used to do, and him and King Curtis and stuff, all that crazy, like way out, out in space stuff.
Boom, fell right through the wall.
Ron put the boots to him. They all should have left that and go over and kick the living daylights. I'm shoving back through the wall that he came through. I mean, it's over. It's done, right? I mean, it's over anyway. How can you cover that one up? Jump on him.
It's a screw up. Stuff happens, but to go through and get the thing where it's supposed to be. But anybody that's ever watched the video can see the reaction from not only the crowd, but from the individuals if they read their lips. It was truly a shocking moment in wrestling history. You know, and it upset me because I was always, as a wrestler, I've always been hardest on myself in that. Wanting to do the best job, you know, for the fans and do the thing and make sure the thing gets over. And this deal here. Whew.
But they did it to me at WCW. They built a wall inside of the fucking locker room for the Giant to throw me in, and they brought in carpenters and they put fucking beams in there. And he throws me in the thing and I fucking, man, it's just like, holy fuck. And he picks me up and throws me. I got my little fucking 3-year-old kid. We're in Phoenix. I got my 3-year-old kid. I tell my brother, go in the other room in case something goes wrong. I got a bad feeling. I'm busted wide fucking over, bleeding like a fucking pig. My brother's fucking smart ass is sitting in front of a fucking monitor with my kid like this watching it. I didn't want my son to see this. Could you please make sure they show the close-up of me bleeding? And I just hear him in another room go, Dad! I'm like, I'm fine. I'm fine. And he remembers that, like, there's shit that he don't remember. That's like the Kennedy assassination. He remembers that. You know, like to this day, like, geez, he said, and then you got in the car, in the truck, and you just drove us home. And he said, and I'm thinking to myself, like, my dad's going to die at the wheel. You know, and you wonder why he doesn't like wrestling.
Is that Sid?
Just Sid Udy alone going, oh my God. Oh my God. And fucking Davy's going, he fucking busts his fucking ass. He busts his fucking ass. And Booker's like, I mean, just, you watch that and you're just like, and in the meantime, it's, Sting! You're going, oh my God.
I mean, say he hadn't tripped. Say he successfully came through the wall and the pyro went off. Where? Dude, he couldn't even fall without the fucking helmet. How is he going to work a match? Body slam. You know, Russian leg sweep. You know, somebody in the crowd, you just grab the fucking helmet and they're the new Shockmaster.
I mean, how can anything that's actually where you have to, when you see it for the first time, you actually have to hold your actual urethra shut because you're laughing so hard you don't piss yourself with your thumb and forefinger.
Another YouTube favorite. I mean, you can't play that video enough. I mean, just absolutely classic. I think I remember seeing that live too as a kid. I think I saw it as it happened. Unbelievable.
I'm the kind of person, you know, make something, you know, good out of bad. I mean, but they tried to salvage this in different routes until they brought it down to the Uncle Fred character, which was, you know, big, clumsy. You know, I mean, here I was in at a December vignette where I'm reading the night before Christmas to little children, and I get up clumsily and crush all the toys with my feet.
I think he ended up being just some kind of a buffoon. Like, I mean, really, they wanted him to be like this big scary guy, but like after that, I think, didn't they just kind of start making fun of him and goofing on him?
Fred was such a huge, believable, tough son of a bitch who would want to get in a fight with him. It'll always be remembered as, you know, the fall down. But I mean, he just did it the other night at a independent show. Came out and the people popped.
Fred's a hell of a guy too, man. You know, we all hated seeing him fall on his face like that.
The nicest guy on the planet, man. Real class act. So I think it's sort of like one of those worst gimmicks that actually people have like come around to love to a certain degree too, you know?
Makes me want to take a shit.